Europe's AI data centers are fleeing to the middle of nowhere, chasing power costs that are 4 times cheaper outside the big cities. Welcome to your AI News Roundup. Today, a new choke point in the chip supply chain, why Samsung's price hikes could show up in your next phone, and a robot dog company's stock jumping 629% in one day. Let's get into it. Europe's next wave of AI data centers is moving to the middle of nowhere, and the numbers explain why. New projects are landing an average of 175 kilometers from major hubs, up from just 46 kilometers a few years ago, and greenfield builds, meaning empty land, not existing buildings, now make up 39% of the pipeline, versus 8% historically. The reason is blunt. Powered land near Amsterdam, London, or Frankfurt runs about 2.36 million euros per megawatt, versus roughly 512,000 euros in smaller cities. So the industry is chasing cheap power out to rural Spain and northern Sweden instead. As one real estate exec put it, data centers are being brought to where the power is, not the other way around. Moving on, China is quietly squeezing a new choke point in the chip supply chain, and it's not silicon this time. Nikkei Asia reports Beijing is restricting and delaying shipments to Taiwan of germanium and quartz-based materials, along with certain magnets used in fiber optics and photonics, all inputs Taiwanese suppliers need for chip manufacturing. Taiwanese aerospace and optical companies are already seeing real supply chain bottlenecks from it. This lands on top of an already contested silicon supply chain feeding Taiwan's AI accelerator foundries, meaning the chips your next AI product runs on now have two choke points to worry about instead of one. Story number 3. If your next phone or laptop costs more next year, this is part of why. Samsung just raised prices on its advanced 4nm and 5nm chip manufacturing by 10 to 15%, with its 8nm process going up almost 10% too, according to sources who spoke to Reuters. Samsung's plant has been running at full capacity since late 2022, and now it's catching overflow demand, because TSMC's newest 3nm and 2nm capacity is already sold out to Apple, Nvidia, and AMD. Samsung expects AI-related chips to make up over 30% of its foundry revenue going forward. When AI demand outstrips even the biggest chipmakers' capacity, the extra cost doesn't just stay in the data center. It flows straight into consumer prices. Fourth up, Unitree Robotics, the company behind those viral robot dogs, just had one of the wildest stock debuts of the year. It opened trading in Shanghai at 1,100 yuan, a 629% jump over its IPO price, briefly valuing the humanoid robot maker at roughly $66 billion. Retail investors oversubscribed the offering more than 5,500 times over, and Meituan, an early investor, saw its stake return more than 70 times its money. That's the biggest first-day gain for any new listing on Shanghai's star market this year, and it happened on a day the broader index actually fell. When a robotics company's IPO can move against the whole market like that, it says something about how hungry investors are for a physical stake in the AI boom. And finally, Cerebra's just unveiled its next chip system, the CS4, and the headline number is a 30 times inference speed claim over standard GPU systems. Each rack packs 3 of the company's new WSE3 turbo wafers, with each wafer roughly doubling the speed of the previous generation, and Cerebras says the system can push over 1,000 tokens per second, even on massive 10 trillion parameter models. First shipments start this quarter. In a year where a lot of AI hardware news is about chip shortages and skyrocketing prices, this is the rare story about someone just building a faster chip and shipping it. That's today's roundup. If you want more stories where AI collides with the real world, hit subscribe so you catch the next one. Whatever you're building, buying, or just trying to keep up with, take care of yourselves and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.